Good morning. Good morning, Ari. How's it going? So here is some stuff for the Wind Cries Mary. I'm going to start off with a few sort of Jimi Hendrix isms, things that you will encounter frequently doing his stuff. And these are little moves that I see repeated by lots of guitar players. He didn't invent them. A lot of people attribute his style to the guitar playing of Curtis Mayfield, who was a prolific songwriter and in the R&B. He was the cornerstone of the band The Miracles, who had a lot of hits, but he also played guitar. He wrote the soundtrack for a couple of movies that I'll remember in a minute. Anyway, so a few Jimi Hendrixisms coming out of this chord shape, the E type of chord, right? E chord moved up. You'll see him do things like this. We've already encountered this. So on the first two strings, you'll see like, or, and you'll hear that in all kinds of ballads, whether it's a country ballad or, you'll find it a lot. You can put it in over almost any major chord. Then, of course, we had this one on these two strings. That's the fifth of the chord. That's the major third. Here's the root. And then the root again up here, of course. So we're going to take this note and we're going to hammer onto it from a whole step below. So we had this. Okay, so that's another real common one. And you can add the root down here at the bottom. That's one you hear a lot. And I was watching a friend of mine's band play the other day, Tim Pruitt, great local guitar player, and he was doing this. Getting the fourth in there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you can also take, as we have learned in Allman Brothers songs, instead of hammering on there, you can take this note, the second, and bend it up to the third while holding the fifth here. Come down to the root there. Okay, so that's a real common Hendrixy thing. What else? And then moving down to this A chord. So there's that A major pentatonic thing. Same as F sharp minor, right? Also on these two strings, you'll hear him instead of this, you'll hear him do this. Just like here, but we're here. Okay? And then there's always the that major pentatonic run. 1, 3, shift, 1, 3, 1, 3. Okay, now with chords that are this shape, the A type, here's a D chord. You can do that same thing on the first two strings that we did for the A chord. And now what we're doing was hammering into here's the third of the chord. The root is here on the third string, D. Here's F sharp, the root, and here's A, the fifth. So come on down to the root there, or on the first string. That works great over this shaped chord. This happens to be a D, right? And then if you're playing in D, of course, there's this one. Same as B minor. As we talked about so many times, he'll run up and down these box patterns or whatever pattern and play a melody. And also make sure he's catching the next higher string at the same time. guitar, you know, his guitar, bass, and drums. He's playing live, he needs those extra notes. Let's see, there's a couple others. Oh, there's always, you know, just blues scale. So just there's a lot of those things, standard B.B. King, Albert King things. Here we are in A minor. Here's a regular box. Here it is with the lower extension. Instead of playing with the first finger, I'm going here. That's instead of, yeah. Now instead of continuing up to the second string, I'm going to shift to this note E on the third string and then continue up here. The upper extension, this is often called the B.B. King box because he played, no, Albert King box. And we have this A minor chord here to give you a point of reference. Okay, so let's get going on this Wind Cries Mary thing. You know, we started out, we're in F. Incorporating that low string, the fifth. Here's E flat, there's B flat. Here's the fifth above, here's the fifth below. So, and now hammer still E flat, E, F, but with the third in the bass. And now we're up here in this F major pentatonic area, right? So we saw Kenny Wayne Shepherd do pretty much the same thing in his song. So down to C, B flat, anything you want to play up in there, so out of that major pentatonic thing. It could be. I think he likes to keep it in here. This is little call and response things to his vocal. And then we're going down to the, so that's happens 3 times right then. G, B flat. Now we have 2 guitars playing, one of them can go the low part. And the high one can do this thing that he does. Hammering on, oh, here's another hendrix-ism out of this shape chord. Just hammer on to the second string, or the third string, or the first string. But he's going on the second string. And again, you can slide from one to the other like that. Finish up with okay, so those are the verses. Now on the solo, where the chords are F, now I don't, you know, Jimmy wasn't thinking about any theoretical chord progressions or anything like that. He's just playing what sounds good. B flat to A flat, F, E flat, B flat to F. Then down to G. Up 3 frets to B flat, up 3 frets to D flat, and the F. So even though he's covering all these different chords, he's playing this whole first part in pretty much just, he's not really acknowledging these chords per se, he's just playing in F major pentatonic. So it starts out like this. You can slide up with this whole thing. There are two guitars in there, but you can slide up using this shape. Then down to the 8th fret, think this shape chord, and so then we're coming into this F major pentatonic position. Then the band comes in with the F. So you can hit that if you want to. Now I guess we can't do that. We got to slide up. Boom, bang. Right? Then F. Now he is, our final chord is A flat. Does that work with the A flat chord? It has nothing to do with the A flat chord. But it's all in the key of F. Our ear acknowledges that it's all in the same key, so it works. I wouldn't want to explain it, in terms of conventional diatonic harmony. So again, that whole thing, 3, 4, F. Now let me do that again. There we go. Now the chord goes to G, so he comes up to this position of G. Here's our G chord. That little cliche thing he does all the time. Then the chord is B flat, so he comes down to this B flat. Same thing that Kenny Wayne Shepherd does, right? And for D flat, he just pretends he's playing a blues lick in D flat and goes. So just think, D flat minor pentatonic. So we bend this up to the root. I remember having a hard time with that lick when I was a kid, and I didn't understand. I just thought these were notes from outer space. And then it was later on I realized, oh, this is a D blues lick. Then taking this and bending it up and then catching the second string and the first string, that's just classic, Albert King, B.B. King, everybody. And then we're back to F. While catching the next string every time. Okay, so there you have it, and we'll talk to you soon.